Happy, what is it, Monday? Love it. What up, Comic? What up, Obi? Good afternoon. Hope everybody's having a good Monday. I'm just wrapping up some show notes while we got waiting. What up, 21 million? I was thinking of repping this Toonster cap today. I don't know. We might try it out. This is a little prototype from our boy, Open Mike. It's, I think, a 1 of 1. I don't wear flat caps that often, but for Open Mike, we will. Maybe I can rest this. I know, it's like, all right, we'll make it work. What up, Josh? How we doing? How we doing? Let's see, once we got Bitstream Brandon on here. There we go. Love it. Do one of these. Yo, how we doing?
What's up, dude?
Oh, you know, we're enjoying, what is it, Monday 4 p.m., a little relaxing, taking a day to breathe here. How about you? How was your weekend?
Weekend was good. Doing lots of stuff here around the house.
There we go.
Had soccer games this weekend and just hung out with the boys. What's up, Syrup and Obi?
That's ideal weekend.
Yeah.
And a little chill. You rip any cards?
No, my son did. He keeps buying packs from me, and I'm like, dude, I don't want to see you hit big, and I don't want you to see you hit small, right? So I'm like, let's order some directly from the website, and then I'll feel better about that. So yeah.
Whatever, down. But yeah, that's it's a little bittersweet when they're ripping.
Yeah, he bought one from me last night. He hit an ultra rare, and so we agreed that we'd order him some packs straight from the website, and he can go at it.
There you go. Yeah, I think I'm going to see Aladdin this Wednesday, Thursday. So I'm gonna be driving up to SF. I had to do a pickup, some inventory pickup for one of the clients, and basically, you know, we'll try to rip a box. I think we're gonna hop on a stream and rip a box. What up, Skater, Rodons, Syrup? Hope everybody's having a good Monday. We're doing the Monday Market Mash. This is the second edition. I know everybody was eagerly waiting, or some were eagerly awaiting that newsletter that I decided to let bake in the oven just a little longer. It's something pretty, I think it's going to be pretty special, pretty high end. I'm trying not to do, you know, it's hard to have Aladdin be the bar for quality. And then we're in and out. But yeah, I don't know. If you guys are, what up, Jonas? What up, Bitcoin Jesus? Yo. How we doing? But yeah, so I'll try to ship that newsletter without being too attention to detail. But sign up coilbreaks.com. It's going to have all market information, whatnot, eBay, historical. We're starting to build out an archive. It'll do a little storytelling. We'll get some interviews going, some collector stories. I know Skater's in the chat. Skater, I've been meaning to hit you up. We're going to talk a little bit about pulling 1 of 1s from Series 1. I think would be really fun. But yeah, so getting right into it. You ready to start, Brandon?
Let's get right into it, good sir.
All right. So, Chad, I know a lot of you guys are here for the Market Mash, but I do want to say we're going to do breaks after this. They're buy it now prices in the shop. I'm going to do a fresh case. So, brand new case, sealed deal. We're going to take a box out of here and do it later. The spots are in the shop. If you want to make an offer, do so. I think they all have that availability. Nice. So right now we did that. Weekly stream time. So I'm going to be streaming. I decided finally going to set official schedule. I couldn't commit weekends, so we're going to leave those, you know, as play by ear. But Mondays we'll do this Market Mash with Brandon. We'll do a break or singles afterwards. Then on Tuesday night we'll do a break. And so I think I'll be the only one on Tuesday running a break, or at least this early. Maybe I'm owning the early side of the week. And then second half, I'll become the promoter to everybody else's. So we'll do the happy hour on Thursday, leading up to Brandon's stream, or I guess anybody else that wants to, and then ideally hopping on the weekend sometime. But so everybody knows, keep Monday, Tuesday open. Those are going to be main days for streams. For sales trends and highlights, I'll just talk through it really quick what the show's going to contain. Some sales trends and highlights, Bitcoin trading cards news, potential KB rebrand, the Genesis Whale newsletter, future brand in the ecosystem of collectibles and Bitcoin, and a weekly bounty and giveaway. You guys just had to pick the 2 days of the week when my lady's off working at home. Oh, bro, Jonas. Well, you got to, I don't even know how you handle that one. That's a tough.
You gotta get her into whatnot. Get her into the cards.
There you go. We'll get her into the cards is the answer. Do a Bitcard King. You need a little, wifey support for the addiction. But, cool, guys. So we covered the intro of the stream times. Yeah, so sales highlights. So I'd sent some over just highlighting with Brandon and I were looking beforehand, but to walk through, since our last call, we had a couple on eBay, some big sales. So we're looking at the 2 out of 69s that were available. The 2, my God, are they Epic Fires?
Epic Fires.
It's confusing because the fire reminds me of Villain and not the Warrior, but the light, you know what I mean. Anyways,
Yeah.
So the 2 Epic Fires that were available at $388, both sold. That was yesterday. Congrats to whoever took home a duo Epic Fires. I think that was pretty fair. What do you think of 388 on out of 69 on those cards?
That's interesting. So those are out of 69, and we kind of have like a out of 50s or like around maybe 475, 450, 500. So it seems like a good spot for them.
Yeah, Justin, that was for each card. So total, it was just under 400. Or just under 800. Sorry, would have been like 790 about, or 780 for the 2 cards. And then I'm guessing, but no guarantee, that same person bought a Freedom of Speech Legendary for 188. So sticking around that $200 per Legendary seems interesting. Crane, if you saw, shout out Crane's open market peer-to-peer sale, or at least listing in the Telegram for 295K sats. What was that? Genesis block, PSA 9. What up, DJ? What up, Seth?
Yep.
And for everybody, I know it's gonna work a lot better when I got OBS and we're pulling these up, but we're still just having a good time. So we'll get that next show. I say that every show, but we will one of these days. What up, 100 Bagger? How we doing? Happy Monday. So besides those sales, we've got a full set of base sold for 210. I thought that was personally above market. I think I priced the base cards at around 50 cents each. And then the out of 69s, I said $1, or out of the purples were $1 each. The silvers, like around $1. Wait, what did I? Yeah, around $1.50. The gold's around 3, and the orange is around 10. What up, Kim? And so, yeah, when you get a full set of base for 210, that's pricing them around $3 a card, which is pretty impressive. And one other, which would be a set of 4 orange parallels, a Satoshi, a Halving, an Inflation, and a Courage card for $95. So
nice.
Interesting pricing there. What do you think about those cards? What do you think about that set?
Have to pull it up and kind of look at it. It's hard to kind of just go off the bat with what you said, but what was the stats on it again? The 4 cards?
Yeah, so these are from eBay, DJ. I'm just looking at 130point.com. But it's the Halving, the Satoshi, the Inflation card, and Courage in the orange parallels.
Oh, okay. And how much did that go for?
$95.
Yeah, that's really interesting to see how specific pals, specific legendaries, specific orange parallels are kind of going to break out of the mold and kind of show a premium just based on personal preference. So I definitely mark those as the higher ones or high preference. So that's cool. I think that's pretty neat. So I know that I think just yesterday on Sunday stream, DJ picked up one of those ultra rares for um, probably about a similar price to what you're talking about, $39. So
There you go. There's to bounce off of what you were saying on some of these individual cards. No Sailor. Um, would have oh no Sailor. I mean, yeah, no Sailor. I know for 95. Um, but talking about the individual POWs and the individual cards, the Satoshi Nakamoto, is that going to be the POW that stands above all?
that's the one with
That's
the.
the yeah. So it's not the blue one. It's the
It's all gonna be personal, right? I don't. That's not my favorite. It's gonna be the Omega Candle or the Dragon or the Samurai are my top three, I think. And that's above the Satoshi. But everybody's got some personal
I
preferences
was gonna
out.
say, throw it in the chat. If you guys, what POW card would you pay the most for? So you got to pick one. It's got to be your only one. What POW card would you pay the most for?
Gotta pick one.
Um, it's hard for me. I mean, it's if it's going in your personal collection or if it's going for like investment. Running
Yeah,
is a great one. Running is a yeah. See, running is like that's hard to beat. The dragon is super sick. I mean, I love Samson Mouse, so Omega Candle. Like they're none of them are bad, right?
yeah. And there isn't many of us who have seen all of them in front of us at the same time, right? We may have pulled a few of them. I think AG had like four of them up there on display yesterday. Maybe he had five, but I have yet to see the whole collection of POWs in front of me and say like, "Oop, that one's my favorite," kind of a thing.
Yeah, I know. Well, I've only touched three or four of them or something like that, so I still got room to go. What up, Kels? Four ends, pulled the fifth. There we go. Satoshi, yeah, Satoshi's sick. I mean, it's hard to beat. There weren't many updates on the listings, guys, on eBay, so that's pretty much the same. We got Warriors Ultra Red. Pretty much everything is listed across the board. Depends what price you're looking to buy. The floor of ultra rares is about 40. Floor of Warriors and ultra rares, $40, including villains. So interesting. That's where S3 is at right now. What we got? We got the Bitcoin trading cards. We got the Geyser cards. If any of you guys bought into that, those are getting shipped out soon. Pretty interesting. And of course, Geyser was part of Series 1, all to 500, around $40 for it. Yeah, DJ. That's not sales. That's just what they're listed at. So, peer to peer, you might get cheaper. You might be able to make an offer. That's just what eBay's got them listed at. But so yeah, we got the Geyser cards, and then upcoming is Trade Night and Bitcoin Vegas. If you're going to be in Vegas, do a little die emoji. Let us know. Let us know in the chat if you're going to be in Vegas. We're planning Trade Night. Brandon, you want to talk a little bit of last year's Trade Night?
Yeah, last year's trade night was really, really cool. We had to get a hotel Expo 4 little conference room right across from where were we in Nashville? We were in Nashville, right? Yeah. So right across from the main conference center was the hotel on the 21st floor. We got to take over that room, and there was at least 100 people in there, maybe more. And we had tables, and we had to set up our own little space, and we got to do some trades and maybe some sales, and we had a little bit of appetizers, and it was fun. I think just this year is going to be better.
What up, someone's mom? I don't know who that is, but that's a good one. That's funny. Sorry. Yeah, Nashville, great time. Highly recommend anybody get to Vegas. They hit us up for trade night. Honestly, it might be one of the best parts. We might have. There we go. Brandon's back. But yeah, I think the conference can be so crazy. So that people that are going to Vegas, even if you're not going to the conference, come to Vegas and hang out. I think
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I'm pretty close to Vegas, and I've told
yeah.
a lot of people around me who are interested in it, but like, it's too expensive. I was like, yeah, just go to Vegas. Just get a room and hang out for the weekend. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff, one of which is going to be trade night. At the conference, it's going to be really cool around the booth. You know, we've toyed with the idea of having a special hangout area, like somewhere nearby, would be amazing to make happen. We'll see. We'll see about that.
Yeah, I know. I really want the booth. The booth is DJ. We're gonna fit you in that bag. You know, I don't know how big you are, but we'll find a way. Yeah, the KB booth. It'll come. It'll come. It may not be this year. I don't know. It's. I want it so. I mean, it'd be so great. Like the Miami experience at Bitcoin Miami, like the way Coral Break started. For those of you that don't know, like Brandon, you know, I was just sitting at a booth for another company. What up, Dr. Clayton? What up, big guy? So I was sitting at a booth in Bitcoin Miami for another company, ripping my own trading cards. I think I couldn't stop buying boxes because we were at the booth in the bazaar across from Bitcoin Trading Cards booth, and then Brandon saw me ripping, 21 Million saw me ripping, another OG saw me ripping, and they were like, "Hey, could you just rip, you know, our boxes?" And for me, that was like, "All right, let's go." Like this is like breaks just started. What up, comic? There we go. So yeah, guys, a reminder in the shop we got for the break that'll come right after this. Fixed prices. Feel free to get in there, make an offer if you're interested in anything. Otherwise, just go ahead and cop it if you're worried about somebody else. But anyways, I think that's what another booth at the Bitcoin conference could allow us to do, is just that energy of being around one another, rip and pack. So if not this year, we'll find a way to make that still happen.
Yeah.
Moving on to a little, for those you don't know. Say again.
I was just saying that's the best part, is just
Yeah, we're a little lag.
being together and doing it together, ripping it together, like getting on Whatnot is a little bit closer to ripping together. So yeah.
All right, well, chat, you guys have been waiting for a while. I'm going to show you. I am submitting to tag some big cards, and I want to make the stream a little more exciting. We got two here. We got two different cards here today that are worth the attention. My first, I've never graded one before, but we're sending in a lost card. Hopefully comes back pretty decent. We got
Look at
4 POWs.
That's cool.
We're gonna send in some good POWs.
That's cool, man.
We got our villain, classic villain. And then just the fattest stack of everything. It's literally, that's yay big, and that's half of it. Here's the other half, but this is some of the bigger cards. Yeah, that Epic Fire was a villain for sure. So Tag is going to get their fair share of submissions here soon. Some pretty high-end cards. If you're interested, so I will be doing a submission stream. I'll upload it. I'm going to do it properly, so it may take a second to get out. But if you guys do, I'm in between the like do it quick just so you guys have the resource, and do it right, and make a true quality video. So I'll try to do both for the chat. But if you are interested in submitting, hit me up. Happy to help. So the newsletter, which is eventually coming out, but an update at least on the branding, the story, calling it the Genesis Whale. And this brand is, if some of you can appreciate the idea of what a Genesis whale means. And so some of you know that I am Bit Whale number 2 from Series 2. So part of the Box Stackers Guild. And there was a whale that came first, and respecting their privacy. The point is that there was a Genesis whale, right? And that Genesis whale gave me the confidence to go into Bitcoin trading cards and become Bit Whale number 2 of 2, right? And the Genesis whale to me is something that is very powerful ties to Bitcoin itself, in terms of you being that person for your community, for your family, for your friends, where you've gone all in on Bitcoin, on whatever it might be, and gave them the confidence to learn. and study. So at least now you guys have an idea of what this newsletter, this brand, this eventually it will be a media platform. I hope so. At least I'm thinking what's coming, Brandon. You have to tell me. Is I don't know if Bitcoin Magazine or Bitcoin Trading Cards is working on their own magazine, but this will be MVP of Bitcoin Trading Cards. Magazine on market, on storytelling, on whatever.
Yeah.
And start doing, almost limited edition magazines like Citadel 21 or something like that.
Ooh, yeah, that'll be nice.
I know. Keep it spicy, keep it fun.
Yeah.
I need some artists. I need some artist recommendations for like logos and different, well, really logos, but a lot of different stuff. First prints going out signed. Yeah, bro. If you don't think that these are coming out with like the most, that's the reason, DJ, I've had to slow down and let the project bake a little more. Is what I want to do for the people that sign up ahead of time before the first gets dropped. Everybody that receives the first newsletter is going to receive a whole lot more than just an email. And so that's my tip for anybody that's interested in just being a part of the community. You're on the stream, you got a little alpha. It's going to be more than just Bitcoin trading cards. It'll be a lot of my own stuff for the very first time getting out there. Sorry for that sound, but Kowsey might have to link. So yeah, appreciate you. I know last time there were like 18 people in there, but now for a little more market information, then we get into whatever comes next.
Quick, brother, I gotta go do the dishes, so unfortunately I gotta drop off of here.
You're good, bro. We'll be talking.
I'll try and check in and catch some of your break.
Appreciate you. Always fun, Brandon.
All right, peace.
Yeah, bro. All right, we might have more fun than doing the dishes, but we'll still have fun. I know Brandon will have fun listening. So you're doing the dishes right. There we go, job fire. Kim, I probably will. I think I gotta take some time and leverage this community. You guys are too kind. So some information, market information about Bitcoin trading cards, and I need you guys potentially. I don't need you, but you could fact check me on some of this stuff by doing your own work. So I'm gonna give you the start, and this will be in the newsletter, parts and pieces. So I'm sharing the stuff here first, but the way I did my math, it's the path to 21 million cards is what I'm studying for Bitcoin trading cards. And there's currently I'll just do it like this. There's 1,699,803 cards in circulation. So that is me doing all the pack counts for all the different sets, plus, like the 21 club distributions. I didn't do Box Stackers Guild, so I have to add that. But we are going to follow along Bitcoin trading cards path to 21 million cards. And then what else we got? So Whatnot, some details about how we've done on Whatnot. Of course, this is just for my stream, but I'll see if I can start bringing in other streamers' data as well. So top buyers by order, my most supportive community members, appreciate you guys. 23 orders, we got tied. There will be maybe a Q1 surprise, maybe a Bitcoin conference surprise. I got to figure out what that timeline looks like for the race to the top supporters for a giveaway. But I'm making an announcement here soon. Make a note to add that. So anybody that, as it was in Series 2, anybody that supports the break, supports the streams, I know AG's got his eyes, get a nice little bonus for all their support. Always try to thank the chat. You guys are really important to me. So of course you give me the opportunity just to hop on here on my Monday and spend time with you guys. So we've had over 160 orders shipped, and over 32 unique customers. Looking forward, I will be scheduling it to TBD, but I'll probably schedule Tuesday tomorrow. I'll be doing weekly breaks Tuesday night. I'll be doing this stream on Mondays, and I'll be doing Thursday happy hours ahead of Brandon. I'm going to leave the weekends clear, and so I'll do as needed, or just play by ear streams depending on who's doing what and where I can fit in. But wanted to bring some consistency to the schedule. So Monday and Tuesday nights, and then Thursday happy hour, I'll be getting on. We're looking at a rebrand, CloBreaks.com. Curious what you guys would think. I would say send in what you'd recommend, but one there's a couple different brand ideas I'm looking at, but Orange Pill Collectibles is one I'm considering. I'm trying to figure out, do you play on the Orange Pill side? Do you play on Nakamoto? Do you play on, Bitcoin? I'm trying not to be too in line with the breaks. I want, whatever I'm building to be something that, if other streamers, other breakers want to, work under the brand, and, build that community that way, maybe there's some efficiencies there of scale, but trying to do something that's Bitcoin signal, but to, non-Bitcoiners, they understand what's going on. They don't really, coil breaks. I love it, but coil breaks is definitely a little. If you know coil breaks. If you don't know coil breaks is going to be confusing to you. So I got that KB bounty of the week. So Satoshi Orange Parallels. If you find a Satoshi Nakamoto Orange Parallel, I'm paying $35. I don't know if that's worth it to you. I know they're hard to come by, but at the moment, paying $35, and that's coming off of the eBay sale of $95 for the Satoshi Halving Courage and Inflation card. So that'll be my bounty of the week. I'm going to do a bounty each week, and that'll be on the website and included in the newsletter. That'll be for the Orange Parallel Satoshi Nakamoto. I know it's a pretty glorious card for $35, but I might negotiate. It's TBD. If you got one, let me know. For grade distribution, I'll also tease this before getting into the breaks, and if you guys want to stick around for the breaks, of course, please do. We got 17 on here. PSA, TAG, SGC, and BGS. I was looking at Series 1. Orange Sailor, 100-bagger, I would definitely make a deal, but just the bounty of the week thing, I'm just going to keep it one card, but always interested. And AG, let me know for sure if you want a deal. So on the grade distributions, looking at Series 1 only, 10s. For PSA, you've got 69. I know you guys probably want percentages, so maybe we'll go across. So PSA grade distribution for Series 1 cards, you've got 69 PSA 10s, 123 PSA 9s, 149 PSA 8s, and 130 less than an 8. I'll get those percentages. I'll try to share them in the Telegram, or just keep them for the newsletter. But what I'm trying to do is basically, create a standard for where we're at on grading across the major grading companies, looking across sets. So building out Series 1 first, and then I'll look across, all the different sets and just see how quality has improved, see how grade distribution and just grade submissions have increased over time. So that'll be something I'm tracking. I guess it's interesting. There's only been 4 cards submitted to BGS. Again, at least Series 1. There have been, let me do totals, have been 89 submitted to SGC, 54 to TAG, and 471 to PSA. So obviously, right, PSA, a lot of people have been going PSA or TAG. Guys, personal preference. I'm going to be a TAG person. It's just the way I am. The transparency, the technology. They did raise their prices recently, but they're still very reasonable. And then on the PSA side, you obviously have the market history, so you can't go wrong there. So highly recommend grading your cards. I know I just showed off what we're going to be grading later. Ton of cards in here. I'll do it one more time just because. Here to show off some of these cards that we're going to be going. They may have numbers. I do have access, but I don't know that anybody has used CGC just because I haven't seen the market. Or see them pop up in the market. Our market at least. But that's a great question. I don't know. I've also never graded with them, Comic. Have you? I'd be curious what they're like. Yeah, there's a chance. All right, chat. I want to do a break. Do you guys want me to do? Do you guys want to do a break? You want me to do? I know Comic bought that purple spot. I'd consider doing auctions. I was just trying to have it be a little more efficient, so keep up. Keep the buy it nows, and then whatever you guys wanted. Is the S3 list ready for tag? Yeah. So I had to submit. First of all, it's not going to be made easier. You still have to manually create them, unfortunately, until somebody prior to you has done it, right? So I have. That's as far as I'm like 99% sure, but I could check. So for tag, I emailed them on Friday the same Excel sheet PSA receives. I'd received some, I guess you wouldn't call them mislabeled, but overlabeled tag slabs from Series 3 from the very first submission that just needed to be cleaned up. So 21 milli, you should be good to go. I'm submitting these on, today, but submitting, this big order that ideally should populate a lot of these Series 3 cards that you have, to submit. So what it now is art. Noah's Ark. Is that as easy as it sounds? But yeah, you guys want to watch a break, do a break? What up, new to the game? How we doing? We're looking at about to either start a break. I want to start a break. I might just do it. I know it wasn't planned. Or maybe I just rip some packs. Should I just rip some packs? I know Comic bought the spot. We should see. Rip packs. Comic, I know Comic bought the spot. All right. Well, you want to do a box break tomorrow? Would chat want to do a box break tomorrow? I just want to rip a box. I want to rip a fresh box. But what are the box spots? So they're all in the shop. They're all going to be fixed price. I was considering doing some auctions. I was just trying to keep them more efficient. But if anybody's interested in anything, they can make an offer. Otherwise, okay. Cool. We'll just do packs. I'll refund you, Comic. We'll see what we find in these packs. All right. We got 3. More lightning. More lighting. Yeah, I mean, I got lighting right here. I was just creating a little drama world. There you go. Is that better? Now you can see me. There we go. Cool. All right, chat. Damn, I was so teased. I really wanted to get that case open. That's okay. We'll wait. Get on these. I start. Well, now doctor's going in. Now it's like, should we just do it? Doctor, I don't know if you heard. I think the box spots, DJ. Yeah. I know, DJ, I know. You guys want the break? Would you do auction spots? Should I do mins? It's going to take half a second. This will turn into like an hour longer stream. I got nowhere to be, but maybe we save it for tomorrow, DJ. What is it you wanted? Okay. I got you, DJ. Okay. So the way I'm doing again, I'm always experimenting, chat. So I'm trying to be, make the descriptions and the titles as clear as possible, but obviously ask before buying anything. So I've taken out Satoshi, I've taken out the halving, and I've taken out Michael Saylor from all spots, right? So from the Warriors, from the ultra rares, and all the base and all the parallels, and I've separated them into their own spots. So if you were to buy the halving spot, you would get all the base, all the parallels, and if there's an ultra rare pulled, you would get that card, right? If there's Michael Saylor, and obviously experimentation. If you guys don't like it, we can, mix it to the other way. Ain't no biggie to me. But I think what I like about ripping singles is even if you've pulled a 21 club, all right, maybe not in the same box, but obviously every case but 3 are going to have a 21 club. You still have your chance at a 1-of-1. So it's like, it's never not worth ripping. Never not a good day to rip some singles. No, I'm always looking at that back. All right. I know you guys are like, move any closer. All right. Let's see if we get any parallels that are decent. All right, we do like the villains. You guys want it closer? Let me do this. You guys are like, I spent all this money on my lighting and I don't know how to use them. So worse, do I love that card? There we go. A little inflation on the silver. We got our Newt. Price tomorrow. All right, who's it going to be? I didn't look at the back. Oh, there we go. All right, Ella always plays. Bitcoin Student Network, shout out. Ella's the GOAT. Her graduating year, number 337 out of 500. If you guys don't know, I'm doing a signature series. Ella's going to be in there. We're going to be raising money. 100% proceeds go to the Bitcoin Student Network, potentially my Bitcoin Bruins Club at UCLA as well. But we're going to get Ella signing a bunch of different cards from the base, the parallels, and the chase. We'll keep them numbered. We'll do it official. She'll record them. They'll go off to tag to be verified. And then we'll put them up on the website. So if you guys have any warriors, anybody that you want signatures from right away, let chat know. Let us know. I'm gonna hide so I don't peek this time. Make it. I'm not looking. All right. We're all on the same page. Get a nice Satoshi going. Oh, there's Brandon. Brandon's going to be in the signatures. Going to be one of the first. We got Zuby. We got Freedom. We got Brandon again. Economic Hitman. We got Sovereignty. What am I looking at here? What are we looking at here? Is that an art, or is that a Freedom? Or no, that's not a Freedom. That's an athlete, right? I think we can agree, right? Is that gonna be a Brandon? Wow, 3 Brandons. Bang, bang, bang. Talk about ready for the signatures. Love it. And Sound Money. Also love that card. All right, chat. We're gonna go last pack. I was like, ooh, I could grade packs, and I'm like, I don't want to grade these packs. We're hunting one of ones. We're hunting one of them season. I don't know, what is it? Again, it's like 1 in 5 cases. There's a 1 of 1. By the time I'm done ripping Series 3, we'll have gone through my God, 60 boxes, nearly 8 cases worth. We better get one. It's gonna be ridiculous. I think the amount of packs, I still think I gotta have. It's maybe not something to be proud of, but the record for pack rips of series of any Bitcoin trading. Well, that's the Crane might be up there. There's a few different collectors that might be up there for most ever ripped. I love this card. Public versus private key. There's a Satoshi. All right. I think even though I didn't look, I think I saw it. You guys see it. There you go. A little fiat currency to end the day of streams. What up, DJ? What up, Din Din? It is rare. A nice little rare. 437 out of 1,000. This will hit the block here soon. But otherwise, we love that Brandon. We love that Ella. Those are 2 good cards to pull. I appreciate y'all making me rip some packs here. You guys really twisted my arm on that one. I really didn't want to open packs. Can't you tell? But to everybody, thank you for joining. Brandon, obviously co-host. We're going to do AIM moving forward. I know it's Monday. It's a tough day for breaks. So maybe we do singles. We'll have to get some feedback. Good, World of Rusty. I'm glad. Yeah, good morning to you. See, now I got it. I know Bitcoin Jesus. We're gonna do that tomorrow. I know. You want to see it? We'll do it tomorrow. Look forward to it. I'm gonna set up the stream. We'll aim. Yeah, I'll refund. So no, I'll just refund. Almost bought a few. I mean, Kels, if you want to, if people buy some spots, I'll get going. If we're at, I mean, it depends what spots people buy. I'll run. I could run some auctions. Again, I'm around. I'm here. If you guys want to, you let me know. It would be a fresh case. I know Bitcoin Jesus wants to, and you guys could make an offer. I'm not too stingy. I appreciate those that just copped it. What up, Bandito? Din wants a pack. I was gonna say, Din, I could do pack sales, but we're gonna break a box here today. Pack, I might. That's a good question, Din. All right, we could do that. Let me set up a pack. What's fair, Din? And what was Brandon selling at? I'm not too worried about price, but I'll sell you a pack, whatever. 65, dope. All right, I'll get it listed. Temporary quality. Temporary. All right, Din. Way to be you, bro. Way to be the Monday maker that this stream needs. That's the OPP pack. Almost charging you $650 for a little pack rip. All right. Should be in the store. I'll pin it. There you go. All right, let me get one. I'll get 4. These are just miscellaneous packs. Of course, one of them is you can take the sealed one, top pack. This one. All right. Took no guessing there. I don't know if I can unpin it. That's all right. All right. May your duck be ever in your favor. He's probably got Monday jitters right now. We'll hide it. I don't want to know either, Din. I can at least look at the top. Oh, it's nice. See, it's nice when I do that. If I open it like that, I can see the top. All right, cool. All right, Din. Best of luck, brother. You got it. Cold card. There you go. Nice orange. We love a pack that hits an orange. To be honest, I didn't think it was going to be that difficult. What, it's every 15 and 24 packs. It's pretty tough. You got the currency there. You got Lightning Network. You got Shamory. You got Start 9. All right, what do we think? We'll get it up close and personal here. That's going to be the card behind. Don't you worry. Maybe I just take that. I'm going to take that card out so that we can play. I think you might be able to recognize. All right, we got a little IMF. The IMF for your Monday. Monday Blues is a villain. Okay. Number 173 out of 500. Appreciate the rip. We're always ripping. I know, Kels, if you wanna send, I would. Otherwise, are you guys gonna be around tomorrow? People that want to participate in a box break, you gonna be around tomorrow? We'll make it happen. I could do some auctions. I can mess around. We got 18 people on the stream. I'd have to run into auctions. I think the buy it now is tough. Tough in the store. What time tomorrow? Probably like same time, Huddle. I got perfect. All right, Kels. Yeah, same time, like 4. We'll do a fresh case. So 4 p.m. PST. We'll do a fresh case. You guys can pick the box. We'll do everything like normal. I'll do some auctions of spots. You guys prefer auctions versus buy it now, I assume. So we'll do that. We'll make it a true break. And What else? Anything you guys want to see? I'm thinking of changing this for what it's worth. I think I'm going to start bringing in the art. Have you guys seen my art collection? Probably not. I doubt it. Some of you guys have, but we'll try to get some new. I don't know if I'll be able to do it by tomorrow. Yeah, Doctor. Honestly, you guys want to do that? Who bought the other spot? Hoddle. Was it you? Let new design, new backdrop. Oh, that would be tight, world. How do you not rip on that case? Dude, Kels, I promise you, I've ripped and I've ripped and I've ripped, and some of this stuff is just here for y'all, you know? I would be out of, comic. So I'll talk. But man, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding, chat. I have a pile. This is my little corner, my break corner in my apartment. I have a pile of packs, like a mountain high, that because it's just empty pack wrappers, I keep them. I don't throw them out. I'm gonna use them for art one day. Will the rest of you and I can talk? That'd be fun. A little art collab, but chat, yeah, a lot of rip packs here. So this case is for y'all. I think it's important to have that transparency around. You know, there's nothing been taken from the inside. I'm not playing with the odds. So it makes it good for a break and good for a stream. So chat, 18 of you, appreciate you guys being on here. Any questions, hit me up. Recap, coilbreaks.com to sign up for the newsletter. That newsletter is going to be coming out called the Genesis Whale. It's going to have a lot of different Bitcoin trading card specific information, but also it will turn into, in general, a high net worth Bitcoiner's guide to, you know, everything happening in Bitcoin. And so, you know, if you're interested in those topics, of course, you know, hit me up. Let me know what you'd like to see for Bitcoin cycle. Yeah. Do you see fluctuating price of cards with the fluctuation? Yeah, I mean, DJ, great question. Talk about things you should talk about on market. Or well, is that you want me to talk about on the show? Or I can talk about. Show. All right, we'll show. I'll save that question for later. But yes, it is the first full Bitcoin cycle that Bitcoin trading cards has been around. We released November 2022. The price mostly fluctuates around liquidity in the market and newness. So always be transparent with you guys. The first to market, that's pretty much anything, are going to sell high. So trading cards, if you look at sports cards, the base rookie cards, they're called Prism. You know, the most sought after are Prism, NFL, Jaden Daniels rookie cards. The base version of that's going to be printed tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, probably definitely hundreds of thousands of times, is essentially, it's a $30 card or whatever. But when you grade them and hit the market as PSA 10 when they first come out, those are, I think they probably touched 1,000, if not more. But each rookie, it's just every time that market hits, it's just the first to get to market is definitely what impacts the prices most. But I'll dig into that more, DJ. What up, Duvalsh? We're just wrapping up the stream. 15. Appreciate you guys. We're going to see you tomorrow. And I would say hit the follow if you're new to Bitcoin trading cards, to Coil Breaks. We're going to be doing breaks throughout and have the stream schedule soon. We got the newsletter coming out. We got all this market information we want to get in your hands. We got the bounty of the week. So find yourselves an orange parallel Satoshi Nakamoto. And I'm paying, I think I said 35. I'll pay 40 for it. I'll raise it. And we'll see you guys soon. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks, chat. Everybody have a good week. Until tomorrow. Stick around.